live. What's going on, everyone? Thank you all so much for tuning in at this time. Everybody that's here, I greatly appreciate it. Anybody watching us on the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Well, it's the worst loss of the season because the Lakers lost to the Boston Celtics. I am fuming, right? I don't care. I don't care. Lose by 50 to whoever you want. Do not lose to the Boston Celtics. It's the one rule. It's the only thing that I care. But nonetheless, in all seriousness, look, this is a tough win without the back-to-back and LeBron and Luka. This was an uphill battle without LeBron, without Luka, all of it. So, again, Austin Reaves worked his tail off, man. I feel for him. When Luka and LeBron get back, they need to give him like a night off. They need to we need to see when the schedule is where you play a game and then you get 3 days off so he can have 5 days off. Because that poor guy, man, and he's still at 36, which is crazy. Also, the reason I'm not gonna lie, early in the game, I was like, uh-oh. Right? He was struggling with the ball pressure. I mean, don't get me wrong, they were throwing bodies at him. They were just they were doing everything. But I was just like, come on, dude. This is the issue. This is what we're talking about, right? You got to be able to figure that out. To his credit, he figured it out. To his credit, he started taking care of the basketball. To his credit, he started, doing the things that you wanted to see. And then just from there he just did everything. Again, I feel so bad for him. He gave you 36, 3 and 8. It was 3 of 8 from 3, 15 of 17 from the free throw line, and 9 of 8 from the field. And I know some people are going to say oh, well, all those free throws, blah, blah, blah. Again, they Boston foul is the second most fouls in the NBA. They foul. That's a big issue that they have is fouling teams. They don't get the OKC courtesy, where you can be extra aggressive and commit flagrants and no one blows the whistle. So they don't get that luxury. But Austin Reaves again, they were all over him. They were hounding him. They were throwing triple teams and double teams and all kinds of stuff at that poor guy. So again, I feel for him. Outside of that, no, I didn't think anyone was super great. I wish we would have fed DeAndre Ayton a little more, gotten him going a little bit. He didn't have the touch tonight, so maybe that's part of it. But I felt like he had some favorable matchups tonight that might have been helpful. Nick Smith Jr. continues to be really good. I really like what we're seeing from him. He shot 50% from the field again. 13 points, 23 minutes. He had 12 points in 14 minutes last night. I'm telling you, he's the guy. Said it before we got him. Said it when we got him. He's the guy that I really I think could be our Lou Williams, Malik Monk type guy. And I would love to see him on the roster as soon as this season. Right? As soon as this season, I could see him on this main roster. Gabe Vincent had one of his better games. So I guess I lied. Gabe Vincent was good tonight. I said no one else really was impressive, but Gabe Vincent had a really good night. He's 50% from the floor, 4 of 8 from 3. He had a couple big shots. Defensively, he was kind of getting picked on, in my opinion. I still think you should trade him, but to be fair to him, he had a really good night. Adou Thiero, I thought, gave us some solid minutes. He was 0-2 from the field, but one, he's not he's not involved in the offense at all. They're not even thinking about giving him the basketball, poor guy. But I thought he did a really good job hustling, had a couple nice offensive rebounds defensively. He was a little too aggressive, got into foul trouble early, but I've said this a million times about players. I would rather a guy be overly aggressive than not aggressive enough. I would rather Adou Thiero foul out every game, just being overly aggressive, than just kind of sitting around doing nothing, right? So it's just, that is one of those things where, I thought Adou Thiero had a solid game. Jared Vanderbilt's the only one that he's the only one that didn't play. It's just, dude, you got to trade him. I know JJ Redick gave that BS nonsense, oh, he's going to get his chance. Come on, man. He's literally, they played everybody else that was available. All the two-way guys. Drew Timme got run. Bronny, Kleba, Connect, Nick Smith Jr., Adou Thiero. Everybody got run except for Jared Vanderbilt. Right? Look, to Vando's credit, he hasn't thrown a fuss. He hasn't, I mean, he could easily be talking mess and no one would blame him. But again, I like what we saw from Nick Smith Jr. Dude there, I thought had some nice hustle plays. He's just like, he's not really involved. Like they're not really thinking about him yet. Hopefully that comes over time. I would have liked to feed Ayton a little more. I think this was a game where he could have had, a more dominant game. I know he's 3 of 9 from the field, but he also was just kind of, they're just feeding him kind of sporadically. Again, I don't want to take too much from this game, right? Like I don't think there's a lot that we can go one way or another. There's not a lot that I can be like, this was terrible. Like, again, context is important. I had a hard-fought game. I even talked about Boston. Yes, Boston was coming off a back-to-back too, but they played the Wizards, and they beat Washington by like 4. The game was over by like the first quarter. Like, it's not the same thing as we had to play the Toronto Raptors, who are one of the best teams in basketball, and we ended up pulling off that win. I'm just upset because we lost to the Celtics. If that was anybody else in the league, I would have rather lost to the Brooklyn Nets, right? The worst team in basketball, whatever the worst team in basketball in your opinion is, I would have rather lose to them by 40. And it just was an embarrassment than lose to the Celtics, right? Again, 90s kid. I grew up in the 90s. You don't lose to the Celtics, right? Like you just don't. So I that hurt. But outside of that, again, I can't really knock this Lakers team too much. They've been great. They played really good basketball. Again, I don't think this was like the athletic team. Like I don't think it was anything like that. I think we're missing. We had no shot creators outside of Austin Reaves, and you saw it. Boston's defense just was relentless. They also, it didn't help. They shot the absolute lights out. I mean, they had 24. They shot 53.3% for 3-point range. This was just one of those games where you just kind of chalk it up back to back. Tough, hard-fought game. Take your L, move on. But anyway, I want to get back into the chat here. Like I said, again, probably not going to do a super long live stream. Probably just do about 30 minutes like I did yesterday, just because, again, I'm just getting back, just starting. My voice is just starting to feel better. And like 30 minutes in yesterday, I could feel it. And I woke up this morning, it's starting to hurt again. So doing this for you guys. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get through as much of the chat as possible before I skate on out of here. Because again, I just trying to preserve my voice. I'm almost there. Just stuff. Admin, coming out to super chat. I don't see a comment, buddy, but I appreciate the super chat nonetheless. Keep an eye out if you had something specific. I'm sure you got it. You got comments, pretty active, which I appreciate. So get into the regular chat, but thank you nonetheless. Even if it's just support. I appreciate that. Seriously. Reaves needs to get some. I just said the same thing. Reaves needs to get some rest and set out for a game. Yeah, like I said, Lakers need to kind of find that, like where's that? I don't know it off the top of my head, but I'm sure there is one. Lakers need to find that game where there's like you got a game and then you got like 3 days off in between. And then let him sit that game so he gets like almost a week or something like that off, just to rest. Like give the poor guy some rest. Coming in with the comment. There we go. Maybe this was to the super chat. Yo, Tyler, I left a comment in one of your videos and I just wanted to apologize if I came off a bit aggressive. Don't apologize. Say what you got to say. Look, I say it all the time. I don't care what anyone says. You can say whatever you want. Like my thing is that like, you got to be willing to accept the response. Right, you and me, admin, look, you've been around the channel long enough. I get you. You don't need to apologize. You're good. But just in general, right? Like I said, I know where you come from. You've been a big supporter of the channel for years now. Like you and me are good. Say what you got to say. But in general, I say it all the time. You can tell me whatever you want. You're not going to bother me. You're not going to offend me. You're not going to upset me. Nothing. But a lot of people comment some stuff and then they get a response and they usually don't like the response. Don't come at somebody and not expect to get the response back. If you want to come polite, if you want to come respectful, it's fine. Obviously, if I know you and we've built the communication history over years, like I have a pretty good memory. Like I can tell who I talk to, and comment regularly, especially when you comment like regularly, right? So like those people, even if I do feel like this is a little rough, again, I'll be a lot more polite to those people than like the random commenter that's like, you're an idiot, blah, blah, blah. Like again, say whatever you want. I could care less. So don't ever apologize for a comment. I don't care, right? And not just that, but text, period. You always got to keep in mind, and this is why it doesn't, but this is part of the reason it doesn't bother me outside of like, I just care less. Part of the reason it bothers me is like, you don't know the context through text, right? Through message, right? So you could be saying something in a, in a nice manner, like, hey, Tyler, I disagree, blah, 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 whatever, right? You could be saying it in a very nice manner, but it might come across as aggressive. So again, don't ever apologize about it. I'm not worried about it. Say what you got to say. I don't care. Honestly, like, you can say whatever you want. You can call me out on whatever you want. You can, again, people do it all the time. I have no problems. If you disagree, I mean, at the end of every video, I say, even whether you disagree, right? I don't ask people to comment whether they disagree and then get upset because you disagree. No, say what you got to say. Obviously, I'm going to defend my points. Not if I say something and then, you're like, hey, I disagree because of this, I'm going to respond accordingly, right? Like, it's a debate, right? You have your points. You have your talking points. I have my points. I have my talking points. We're going to go back and forth. It's all in love. It's all good fun. Like, it's not serious. So again, don't ever apologize. Just wanted to be that clear. Honestly, I didn't get much sleep because exam was killing me. And so I woke up a little cranky. Again, don't worry about it. Again, and I didn't agree with one of the things you said in one of your vids, so I responded that way. I also have a bit of a troll in me. Again, go ahead. Troll away. I say it all the time. I love a good troll. I haven't read your comment yet, but I'll reply soon. Again, I didn't take it aggressive. I know exactly what you're talking about. And I responded exactly to it. So I know exactly the comment you're talking about. And it wasn't on this channel. It was on the Lakers Show channel. So I know exactly what you're talking about. Again, you're good. Don't worry about it. Anybody, period. Don't worry about it. Say what you got to say. I don't care. Right? Like, again, be prepared for the response. But again, you say whatever you want, respond however you want, call me out however you want. Again, just expect the answer. Like, if you call me out, I'm going to say, like, and make sure you know what you're talking about. I get a lot of people that call me out that, like, you can tell, like, have no idea. Like, they don't even know what they're talking about. Like, but appreciate you nonetheless. Overintelligence coming out the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. We need Wiggins, Oubre, Norman Powell. Oh, and Giannis would be great. Yeah, right. Like, yeah, by the way, Giannis would be great. I actually like the idea of Kelly Oubre, Andrew Wiggins. So I talked about it in a video was earlier today about kind of being the third team in trade. No, I haven't posted that video yet. Now I think about it. But I did a video talking about that will post. It's already recorded up on the channel. I just haven't posted it. But I did a video talking about the Lakers being the third team in a trade, and Andrew Wiggins is one of those things. A lot of talks about Miami and Giannis going to Miami, right? Andrew Wiggins doesn't really make sense for Milwaukee, even for a team that kind of wants to win now. His age, the money he's making, all of that, like, that could be a good opportunity to get Andrew Wiggins cheaper than you would, again, trading with Miami. Same thing with, like, some of these other trades, right? There's a couple teams that Giannis is linked to. I've talked about if he goes to the Knicks, can you get an OG or a Mikal Bridges, right? Like, kind of be the third team in some of those trades. But Kelly Oubre would be nice. Herb Jones, still a lot of talks about Herb Jones. Like, a lot of talks about Herb Jones. Lakers, I guess, are really, like, active in trying to get Herb Jones. They can't get him till the 15th. I believe it's December 15th. Yeah, I think he's December 15th. Off the top of my head. But anyway, it's gonna be interesting. Norman Powell will be great, but I don't think Norman Powell will be really great off the bench. I don't think Miami's gonna trade Norman Powell. Norman Powell's been really good for him. And especially if they get Giannis, they're probably trading Tyler Hero. So I'll probably need more Norman Powell more. But Kelly Oubre, Andrew Wiggins, guys like that. I'm right there with you. Appreciate you. Thank you for super chat. DeGaro coming out to $10 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Chick's not happy. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. He's like, come on, man. The vomit keeps going. The farts are blasting. Diarrhea splashing, and the toilet paper is rolling, baby. Some chick humor. I love it. But yeah, first off, again, thank you so much for super chat. Secondly, anytime you lose to Boston, like I said, I would have rather. I'm like, write this game off. I don't think this game means much. I'm not worried about this game. But it was Boston. Like, I would have rather you lose to the Nets by 40 and just been like, You know what happens, right? Rather than like, it's just, you did it to the Celtics. It's just like, I feel disgusted. Need to take a shower now. Another one. But appreciate you, seriously, everyone. Thank you. Let's get back to the regular chat until some more trickle in. I'm going to go about 15 more minutes. Like I said, I really just want my voice to get better, my throat to get better. Pause. Sucks we lost, but I expected this, to be honest. Sucks, especially because it's Fawcett. Yeah, that's my only problem. I don't mind the loss. Losses happen, part of the game, right? And especially, this was just such a hard stretch, but had to be Boston. But Luka's out, LeBron is out. It's a back-to-back after a hard battle last night. Just need bounce back Sunday. Yes, and supposedly Luka, JJ said Luka may be back by then. Tyler, what's going on, Truth Taker? Walsh had Reaves in a straitjacket. Walsh defended him very good. I mean, Reaves dropped 38, so I don't know if I'd say straitjacket, but he did a like, in all honesty, Walsh did a phenomenal. He did about as good of a job as you can do on Reaves. He did a great job. Both teams are off a back-to-back. Yeah, but context is important, right? You only have Reaves as your shot creator, right? One team won by 40 and played the Wizards. The other team had a hard-fought game against Toronto. Getting context. Dusting off the pitchforks. Not yet, Blood Guy. I mean, the loss to the Raptors, or to the Celtics, that one hurts. That makes me want to get the pitchfork, but I'm okay with this. I can live with this loss. Let's see. Adu defense on target. Nobody else helped. Look, I loved what he was doing. He was aggressive. He was physical. He was bumping guys. I want to see it. I say it all the time. I would rather a guy be overly aggressive, and I'd rather a guy foul out than guys being under aggressive. We need his physicality, his toughness, him being a physical defender. He's young. He's a rookie. He'll figure that out. Like, that'll come. I'm not worried about that. I loved what we saw from him, his hustle, his grit, all of that. Vando is our savior. Drip Show, what's going on, buddy? Appreciate you. Vando is our savior. Yeah, dude, Vando's the only one that didn't play. Literally the only one that didn't play. And that is incredibly frustrating, right? Like, he like, throw him on Jaylen Brown and just see, right? Like, they're killing us. Throw him out there. See what he could do. It couldn't have gotten any worse, right? Like, I don't know. Like, something had to have happened. Something had to have happened. I don't buy JJ going like, oh, it's just right now. Like, I don't buy it. Something had to happen behind the scenes. But real quick, why I got Drip Show here. This big box right here. All right. Shout out to Drip Show. I haven't opened it yet. But Drip Show was kind enough to send me some canvases for my working on my background, right? And get my posts. I have a couple more things coming. But I wanted to do like an unboxing video, right? Because I've never done an unboxing video. Why not? Let's break down some stuff. Like I said, Drip Show was kind enough to send me some of these canvases. I don't know what they look like. I don't know what they are. I'm sure they're amazing. Go check them out on Instagram and stuff like that. Again, they just reached out to me because I said in a live stream that I'm working on my wall. So they were like, hey, let me send you some canvases, which was very kind. So I'm excited. Look forward to that video in like probably a day or two. I'm waiting for a couple more things to come so I can kind of do everything at once, kind of show everything, just like a different video. It's just a fun video. I figured, why not? Let's do some stuff. Because I know a lot of you want this wall. I got my little setup over there so I can point it at this wall. Everything's coming together, but everything takes time. Everything takes time. But again, shout out to Strip Show. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I will show them some more love in that video when we open this bad boy, which I'm excited for. And I'm one of those people, I get like very anxious. Like, I want to know what it looks like. So I keep like, I want to like peek, but I'm like, I want to record the reaction. I want to do all that stuff. Let's have some fun with it. But again, appreciate you. Adu is nice. Yeah, he is 1,000%. He just the hustle. He's gonna be a player for this team. I'm really excited to see him. I want to see him get some shots though, right? Like, can we get him a couple threes and just see? Like, can't be worse than Vando, right? One thing many hoopers can learn from Reaves is the ability to not phase out when a bad start of the game. We see Reaves go 0-3, but then try to get his rhythm at the free throw line, or by being more aggressive and looking for cuts and drives. Yes, 100%. I mentioned that, or I don't know if you were here earlier or that early. Well, yeah, I do, because I'm still pretty early in the comments, but yeah, I talked about like Austin Reaves started that game, and I was like, oh no, right? Like the ball pressure, like there's a lot, like it's not good. I know that they're swarming him right now, but he's struggling against the ball pressure from Walsh and stuff. And he corrected it. He figured it out, made the adjustment, stopped turning the ball over. Right? I think he only had one turnover the rest of the way once he started cooking, and finished strong. I love to see it. So again, you can always correct it, right? You can always make the change. You can always adjust, do the things you need to do. Vando is done. Yeah, unfortunately, Vando has to stay quiet because contract. Nobody will take that on. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's making 11 next year. He's like 12 and a half. Yeah, he's got to play nice. Unfortunately, I feel for him. Like genuinely, I feel for him. Game was over after the first quarter, and Wall shut him completely down. They just let up after a 20-point blowout. I don't know about that. Austin Reaves was cooking. Walsh was still getting in foul trouble, and so he's playing pretty aggressive. Tell them old legs, they got to get on the court. Yeah, gotta get going. I'd rather see the young players get crushed than the veteran players. Yeah, I mean, this was a game that would have been nice. I mean, I get you got to try to at least try to win it. I didn't mind them starting the guys that they started. Got to at least pretend, make the half like the effort, right? Like, so yeah, at least try to win. But when that game kind of got like out of hand, right, and you're down like 27 or whatever, like midway through the second, just throw the young guys, just get Reaves the rest, get guys the rest, let them kind of recoup. Just let the young guys get smacked. You never know, maybe Connect or, somebody, Nick Smith Jr., maybe one of those guys end up just getting hot, catching fire and knocking down some shots. That would have been great. Cypher coming out the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. With Luka back and the Lakers fully healthy, the Lakers easily win this game. Boston winning the game means nothing. Watch out for the next Boston. Yeah, like I said, there was a lot of context in this game. Hard fought game off of a back-to-back. You don't have Luka, you don't have LeBron. Austin Reaves is literally your only playmaker, right? Like, I can live with this loss. The only thing that bothers me is it was the Celtics, right? Anybody else, I would have been okay. Anybody else, I would have been like, you know what? It happens, right? But the Celtics, out of all teams, the Celtics, like, come on, don't lose to the Celtics. Let's see about that. Sure. Let's trade my GOAT so we see more blowouts. When he wasn't playing, they weren't getting blown out. Again, Lakers are not better without LeBron, but like, slow down. Lakers are still a very good basketball team. Good learning experience for the young guys. Agreed. Vando would have been nice for this game for better perimeter defense. Yeah, better perimeter defense, rebounding. I mean, Boston was killing us on the glass. The offensive rebound, stuff like that, just chasing down those loose balls and stuff. Like they just kept punishing us, right? Like, they had 30 rebounds to our 25. They outboarded us. They just everything. Let's see. 17 damn free throw contest for Reaves. Again, Boston second in the league in committing fouls. They foul a lot. Go look at the numbers. So Austin Reaves averages, whatever it is. I think he averages like 8 free throws a game or whatever. That easily doubled against Boston. Boston fouls a lot. Even the commentators, if you watch the game, even the commentators talked about how like this is Boston's problem, right? Like this is Boston's biggest problem. Let's see. Reaves is 27 years old. Why are you talking about rest? You got to be kidding me. Because the guy's averaging 40 minutes a game. He's played more minutes than anybody this season. He's played basically all the back-to-backs when everyone else has gotten rest. Right? Again, 27 years old. I get it. He's young. But he's also not hyper athletic, right? Like some of these guys. And look at these young 27. Jason Tatum, Tyrese Halliburton, a lot of these guys. Again, like, just because you're 27, today's NBA, get hurt. If you told me Reaves would average 28, 6, and 7 2-3 years ago, I would have thought you were crazy. No, I mean, look, Austin Reaves, to his credit, has been fantastic. But again, like I've talked to people because I have people all the time that'll like leave comments that'll be like, "Oh, I bet you feel foolish now." Like, no, because again, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not a fortune teller. I don't know what anybody's gonna do in 2-3 years. I only judge people based on the situation in the moment, right? So like people be like, "Oh, you want to trade Austin Reaves for this guy?" It's like, yeah, at that time it made sense. Austin Reaves wasn't a 28, 7, and 8 guy. He wasn't killing like this, right? And again, what does he look like? There's several things that I think are important that people don't like. What does he look like if LeBron doesn't miss? Right? Last 2 years, he started off slow, right? But LeBron missing those first 14 games forced Reaves to have to pick it up early. What does Austin Reaves look like if that doesn't happen to LeBron? And then on top of that, what does Austin Reaves look like if LeBron came back and said, "I'm going to continue to be LeBron and average 25, 8, and 8?" Like, again, like we could still right now be having a different conversation. The LeBron situation, I think, forced him to have to be more aggressive, score more, be more on ball, like do a lot of the things that he's doing now, which really helped him kind of get going early. Where the last few seasons, it took him a while, right? I mean, the last year of Darvin Ham, he started off terrible. Like a lot of people now, I see comments all the time from people on like X stuff like that, where like, "Oh, Darvin Ham," like, but again, people forget that season. Like Austin Reaves was like unplayably bad, like awful to start the season. He shot 28% from 3-point range. The guy was struggling all over the court. He was turning the ball over like crazy. He was basically a traffic cone out there, and he got benched. Last season, he struggled and started terribly early, right? And then ramped it up and then had that really nice back half of the season, right? So again, people like to go like, "Oh, hindsight's always 2020, and it's easy to always point out things when we already know the answer," right? Like it's one of those things where there's things in the moment. Like 2-3 years ago, we were having different conversations about Austin Reaves. The Austin Reaves stands weren't as vocal and active as they are right now. It's easy to talk shit when you're up, right? It's easy to talk when you're ahead. Where were all these guys when Austin Reaves was struggling and looking like an average role player, right? Like now all of a sudden, look, I was somebody that was like I've gone through the roller coaster of Austin Reaves, right? Like it's funny because I was like the huge Austin Reaves guy, and then I was honest and was like, okay, I defended him, I talked about him, but it's starting to get indefensible, right? I said like, hey, I gotta start being honest. I went through the defensive stage, and then I was like, all right, it's time to start being honest. And then everybody was like, "Oh, I thought you loved Austin Reaves, blah 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 blah. I thought Austin Reaves was the GOAT, blah 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 blah." And then once I finally started doing that, now he's playing great again. Now everyone's like, "Oh, I thought Austin Reaves was trash." Like it's like again, I can only base somebody on the moment. Let's see. Tyler, always keep it about basketball in your comments. I never make it personal. Yeah, I appreciate it. That's what it's about. We're having talks. We're having conversations. It's what it's about. Like I said, you say whatever you want. I care less. Like I said, people just got to be prepared for this. I'm not talking about again. You've always kept the basketball, which I appreciate. But again, I don't care. You say whatever you want. Gonna turn the comment section to a malice. Yeah. Grab your pitchforks. Support Tyler. Yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you nonetheless. Right. Like I said, ain't a lot of people that disagree with me a lot, but we still talk. We still have like Brian's one of them. Brian just disagrees with me probably 99% of the time. But I appreciate it. Again, I don't want everybody. It'd be boring if everyone was like, "Yep, you're right." Like you want both sides. You want to hear both perspectives. You want both sides of the camp, right? Whenever Jake dribbles, I get nervous. Plus, this game showed how bad our bench is. Yeah, I mean, again, our bench is more defensive rather than offensive, right? You got a couple guys that can get hot, but 16-6, we moved to Philly. Yes, and Philly's been another really good team. Tyler likes to call himself Laker Damas, but he's a regular man. Kendrick Nunn is proof that you're not wrong. Kendrick Nunn. I thought Kendrick Nunn was really going to work out. The injuries. I blame it on the injuries. They'll all be free agents in the offseason. That's true. It's a good point. You're not wrong. That's a good point. Wiggins. I don't think Wiggins is going to opt out of his $30 million. I don't think he gets more than that anywhere else. Now, maybe if a team is willing to offer him like 4 years, $20 million or something, like $20 million. Somehow it's LeBron's fault. Look, it's a beautiful profile picture. Beautiful, right? Look, I know you want to be me. I get it. You're like, man, that guy is gorgeous. I'll never look like him. I really just want to be him. But hey, be yourself. You're in a safe space. You're in a safe space. It's okay. You're fine. We won't judge. What's the TikTok thing that was going? We listen and we don't judge. There you go. We're good. You don't need to be me. It's okay. Be yourself. LeBron should have played today against the Celtics. Honestly, I think he should have too. They're managing him. JJ Redick said that they're trying to build him up to back-to-backs, but it's like be an unrestricted free agent this season. Yes. My only concern though is like I don't think he leaves Miami if they pay him decent. Right? Like he's a really good fit there. But yes, if the Lakers could land him, I am all for that. Let's see. The struggle with the team who shoots lots of threes, stop switching, double teaming, or trade for better defenders. Yeah. I mean, Boston shot the light. I mean, that's what they do. They literally live by the three, die by the three. Let's see. Vando's the only person on the team that can deal with Jaylen Brown. What the hell? Yeah, I know he should have played at least a minute. And Jaylen Brown didn't play in the first game of the back-to-backs. Let's see. Vando's the only someone this team that can deal with Jaylen Brown. What the hell is wrong with JJ? Yeah, I don't. There's got to be something more going on. There has to be something more going on. Tyler, are you for the Giannis deal? People in the comments might need to suit up to fill the bench. Yeah. I am. Like anytime you get an opportunity to get somebody like that, you have to do it, right? I mean, again, you don't say no to that. If Giannis says he wants to come to the Lakers, you do that, and then you figure it out from there. It's not like the Lakers have this like elite offensive bench and stuff like that. You'd also have to fill out a bench at that point. So you'd have to bring in like Nick Smith Jr. and guys like that. Honestly, Lakers could make the Giannis trade, and their bench could potentially be better. Because you could bring in guys like Nick Smith Jr., who now would play a bigger role and maybe be an offensive weapon for you. Jake LaRavia is probably still on the team, so he could get more comfortable playing there. He'd also probably get a bigger role and stuff like that off the bench because you'd have less guys. Right? Like there's certain things that might kind of fix some of that. But yes, if you have a realistic chance to get Giannis, you do it. I don't think it happens this season. I think if it happens in the offseason, personally. Hey, Tyler, how are you doing? And also, would you trade Reaves for Giannis? Yes, in a heartbeat. And look, a lot of people, I see a lot of people that are like, I would not trade Reaves for Giannis. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Austin Reaves has been MVP level. No ands, ifs, buts about it. The guy has been insane. Let's stop. Like, let's not be ridiculous. Again, this is why, I get comments regularly that people are like, I don't know why you'd want to trade Austin Reaves for Giannis. Because Austin Reaves isn't even close to Giannis. Look, the guy is unbelievable. Giannis puts up this a better stat line and is arguably the best defensive player in basketball. Like, again, there's levels to this. There's two guys maybe in the league that are better than Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Austin Reaves isn't one of them, right? Like, he fixes athleticism, he fixes defense. I mean, everything, right? Like, again, if you could turn Austin Reaves into Giannis Antetokounmpo, you turn Austin Reaves into Giannis Antetokounmpo. But again, that's a testament to Austin Reaves. Austin Reaves is so good. There is genuine talk that the Lakers could get Giannis. Like, think about that for a second. Like, people look at it as like, no, you might have a chance to get Giannis Antetokounmpo because Austin Reaves is playing so well right now. Right. But Giannis is somebody that's proved it year after year after year after year. This is the first year Austin Reaves has done this. Like, we don't know what he'll look like next year or whatever. It's recency bias, right? Giannis is Giannis. He's proven. He's won a championship without another star. Like, again, there's context. People are crazy if they don't. If They can't. But if Milwaukee called tomorrow and we're like, hey, we'll just swap Austin Reaves for Giannis Antetokounmpo, there is, based on the comments that I get, there's a lot of people that would say no. And I don't get it. Like, again, Austin Reaves, unbelievable. He's not Giannis, right? Like, again, he's not even Luka. And you can make an argument, Giannis is better than Luka, right? So, again, like, there's levels to this, man. All right, I'm going to do a couple more and then get on out of here. All I will say is garbage defense starting slow offense. Yeah. Again, they didn't really have any shot creators outside of Austin Reaves, and that was very apparent. I hope Lakers can keep Adu. I feel like he can evolve in an Aaron Nesmith type of player. Yeah, I mean, look, if you be that or, an OG type, something like that, I think there is the evolution of that. But again, like I made a video about it, right? Like you have to give up stuff to get stuff, right? And Lakers want to win now, right? Like I would do whatever I can to keep Adu there. But again, if you want a Herb Jones or you want a Giannis or things like that, like it's going to cost. I like Adu too. If he can just shoot 36% for 3-point range, he has a lot of upside. Yeah, 1,000%. We only have 2 good defenders on this team. Pelinka should have known that going in. I mean, Jake LaRavia has been really good too. Like, unless you're counting Jake LaRavia, but I'm assuming you're talking about Jared Vanderbilt and Adu Thero, but we got to see a lot of Adu Thero, which is good, right? He needs to get more and more minutes, more and more time. Let's see, man, trading LeBron will show that they just throw a player who gave them championship win and not in their prime, and this will affect the franchise reputation. It depends on what you get. If you do what I talked about earlier, where you turn LeBron into pieces with the Warriors, because you got to remember, LeBron has a no trade clause, so Lakers can't send him anywhere unless he approves it. So that's like I've seen several people comment this, and it's just not true, right? Because one, again, LeBron has to approve it, which means LeBron has to be okay with it. So that means it's a mutual thing. 2, if you turn LeBron, not directly, but like, in a roundabout, if you turn LeBron into Giannis Antetokounmpo, like no one's going to be like, wow, what a disgrace. No, everyone's going to be like, that was great business, right? Like that's what you do, right? Like again, Anthony Davis did the same thing. Anthony Davis won a championship and no one was like, wow, man, Lakers lost a lot of credibility. What a bad reputation. No, everyone was like, good job, Rob, right? Like again, Giannis, if they traded LeBron for, a bag of peanuts, then sure, right? Like if they did LeBron dirty, like then sure. But turning LeBron which he would approve into something like a Giannis, again, you'd be foolish. You would lose your reputation by not doing that. Like more people would be talking against it than otherwise. All right. Oh, here I got a super chat. This is a great way to end it. Let me end on a super chat. Obviously, if another one comes in while I answer this, then I'll answer it. Otherwise, I'm gonna get on out of here because, like I said, I'm still recovering from that cold. I'm almost there. I'm almost 100%, and so I'm hoping by Sunday I'll be good, and then we can do the extended live streams. But after yesterday's live stream, I could feel like my throat again. Pause. Cypher coming out the $5 super chat. How's life outside of basketball, Tyler? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. How is the new house treating you? Family, etc. Well, first off, family is beautiful. I'm very thankful, very blessed. Got beautiful children, beautiful wife, all of that. New house has been fantastic, right? You're settling in, still, trying to get everything in, and everything's a process. But I love it, right? Adapting to a new state is always tough, right? And this is our first winter. This is my first real winter, right? Like it's snowing outside and stuff. And right now, this year, it's fun. Right, like we'll see how I feel in a couple years, right? I have a couple winters. This year it's fun because it's like a new experience. Like I'm loving it. That's actually probably why I got sick. I was outside playing with the kids. We're all playing in the snow. I'm doing snowball fights and chasing the kids in the snow and stuff. And I don't have any snow stuff, so I'm in sweats and a hoodie. I'm just in normal clothes. And just chasing them around, and I don't have gloves or anything, so I'm like just picking up snow and just throwing at them, and they're hitting me and stuff. Like, probably I get sick, but comes with territory, right? You got your kids, you got to keep your kids happy. So, and plus, I like to play and hang out and be cool dad, right? Like, so, uh, yeah. But it's just like this year, it's the fun, right? It's like, ooh, we get to have snowball fights, and it's like, oh man, there's all the snow, and it's like we're shoveling snow and stuff, but it's like cool, it's like fun because we've never done it. We'll see. Give it a couple years. As in like 2 years, ask me like, Tyler, how do you feel about and I'll let you know a real answer, because right now it's the honeymoon stage, right? New state, just moved here, beautiful. Got the home, got the family stable, everyone's good, right? No more like no more like questions like what we're gonna do, how we're gonna stay, whatever. Like, so again, ask me that in a few days, or in a few years. But anyway, again, I'm gonna skate on out of here because I want to try to stay above my sickness. So I appreciate you guys. I only want to go 30 minutes. Gave you guys an extra 11 minutes. So but like I said, hopefully Sunday I'm like fully there. Still a little raspy. I still have to like kind of project, which I'm waiting for when I don't have to like project my voice. But nonetheless, I appreciate you guys. You guys are beautiful. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Sucks we lost to Boston. Right? It's one thing that we lost somebody else, but Boston's like, come on to Boston. But nonetheless, it's all right. Everyone can be super chats. Thank you so much. Seriously. Cypher and all the others. Guys are awesome. I really do appreciate it. Degora, brilliant. Or over intelligent. Sorry. And then admin, all you guys, thank you so much for the super chats. Helps me out a ton. On your way out, hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button for me. And again, I appreciate you guys. I will see you all in the next one, Sunday, right? See you guys Sunday. Appreciate you.